Take a moment and really think about this. The universe is massive. Not big. Not huge. Massive in a way our brains can't actually picture. Hundreds of billions of galaxies. Each galaxy with hundreds of billions of stars. And around many of those stars, planets. Trillions upon trillions of chances for life. So statistically, logically, scientifically, aliens should exist. So where is everyone? That question isn't science fiction. It's one of the most unsettling questions in science. And once you truly understand it, you can't unthink it. Because it doesn't just ask about aliens. It asks something far more uncomfortable about us. Let me put it this way. If intelligent life is even slightly common, the universe should be loud. It should be buzzing with signals, civilizations, structures, evidence. But when we look out into the cosmos, it's quiet. Not just quiet. Unnaturally quiet. No signals. No megastructures. No visitors. Nothing that clearly says, we're not allo. That contradiction is called the Fermi Paradox. And it exists because two things are true at the same time. The universe should be full of life. And yet we see none. At first, people assume maybe we're just early. Maybe life hasn't had enough time. But that idea falls apart fast. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Earth is only about 4.5 billion years old. That means there were billions of years where intelligent civilizations could have emerged long before us. Civilizations that, in theory, should be millions of years more advanced. So if they exist, why don't we see them? One possibility is simple. Maybe intelligent life is incredibly rare. Maybe the jump from simple life to complex, intelligent beings is so unlikely that it almost never happens. Maybe Earth is a cosmic miracle, a once-in-a-universe accident. That idea sounds comforting at first, special even, but it comes with a darker implication. If intelligent life is that rare, then we are unbelievably fragile. And extinction isn't the exception. It's the rule. Another possibility is more disturbing. Maybe intelligent civilizations don't last very long. Maybe they appear, develop technology, and then disappear. Not because of some cosmic disaster, but because of themselves. Think about our own trajectory. In just a few hundred years, we've developed nuclear weapons, climate-altering technology, artificial intelligence, and global systems so complex that a single failure can ripple across the planet. We've become powerful faster than we've become wise. So ask yourself this. If most civilizations reach a point where their technology outpaces their ability to control it, how long do they survive after that? 1,000 years? 100? A decade? On a cosmic timescale, that's nothing. A blink. Which means even if the universe is full of civilizations, they may exist so briefly that they almost never overlap. Then there's another idea. One that feels like science fiction, but keeps resurfacing because it fits the silence too well. Maybe advanced civilizations don't expand outward. Maybe they turn inward. Instead of colonizing the stars, they retreat into virtual worlds, simulations, or forms of existence we see and detect. If you could create a reality more immersive, more meaningful, more controlled than the physical universe, why would you leave your planet at all? From the outside, such a civilization would look exactly like nothing. No signals, no ships, no evidence, just silence. Not because they're gone, but because they're no longer visible. And then there's the idea that truly advanced civilizations actively avoid being seen. Not out of fear, but out of caution. Imagine realizing that broadcasting your existence is risky, that announcing yourself to the universe could attract something hostile, unpredictable, or simply indifferent to your survival. In that scenario, silence isn't absence. It's strategy, which leads to one of the most unsettling possibilities of all. Maybe the universe isn't empty. Maybe it's watching. And the reason no one is shouting is because everyone learned the same lesson the hard way. Stay quiet. But let's go even deeper. There's a concept known as the Great Filter. It suggests that somewhere between the birth of life and the rise of a galaxy-spanning civilization, there is a nearly impossible barrier. A step so hard to pass that almost no one makes it through. The terrifying question is not whether the Great Filter exists. It's where it is. If the Great Filter is behind us, then we're incredibly lucky. Life formed. Intelligence emerged. Technology developed. We made it through the hardest RT. But if the great filter is ahead of us, then every advanced civilization eventually hits it and fails. Maybe it's runaway technology. Maybe it's environmental collapse. Maybe it's artificial intelligence. Maybe it's something we haven't even imagined yet. But whatever it is, it wipes civilizations out before they spread across the stars. And the silence of the universe becomes a warning, not a mystery. Here's the part that should really make you uncomfortable. The Fermi Paradox isn't just asking, where are the aliens? It's asking, what usually happens to civilizations like ours? Because if advanced civilizations are common, and yet we see none, then the most likely explanation is that something stops them, consistently, repeatedly, across the universe. And we have no evidence that we're immune. We like to believe that progress is inevitable, that intelligence naturally leads to survival, that technology solves the problems it creates. But the universe doesn't seem to agree. The universe appears to be very good at producing planets and very bad at producing long-lasting technological civilizations. And maybe that's the real answer. Maybe the universe isn't quiet because it's empty. Maybe it's quiet because it's full of ruins. Civilizations that burned bright for a moment and then vanished, leaving behind no signals, no monuments, no warnings, just silence. So when we look out into space and hear nothing, maybe we're not alone in the way we think. Maybe we're early, or brief, or temporary. Maybe the universe is asking us the same question we're asking it. What happens next? Because if aliens should exist and they're nowhere to be found, then the Fermi Paradox isn't about them at all. It's about us. About how long intelligence lasts. About whether curiosity is stronger than self-destruction. About whether a species can become powerful without becoming extinct. The universe doesn't owe us answers. It doesn't explain itself. It just exists. Silent, vast, unforgiving. And that silence might be the loudest message of all. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. The question isn't whether we alone. The question is whether anyone who figures things out ever survives long enough to say hello. And that is the real paradox.